Okay, here we are. There was an update for realistic weather today, which would be nope, no, not that. Would be yesterday for you all. I kind of want to try that before we go and do the cutting. So let's see. I want to see if it actually works. So it's still wet on this side, but it's getting a bit dry on this side, and I'm hoping that I can actually spray now. There was a few changes to spraying, including the fact it shouldn't use as much water. Apparently I did not put the sprayer back over here, but that will be fine, I think. Oh, I see it. So yeah, so it'll be fine. It's really fixed, then we can return this front part and pay a little less in leasing fees. Although I don't know. Like, I know the back can't hold that much. So maybe we'd keep it anyway, or get the in-game one that isn't modded to be crazy. Or maybe just unmod or what do you unmod the mod? I guess we could try it on the grass field first. Obviously there's a grass field right here that we can spray, and then I think okay, filling up the front tank first. So I think over here, yeah, over here is, 8%. We're going to have to find an actual good spot. I mean, it wouldn't even matter. It's going until this spring before we would cut it again. But let's see, 1135 by 928 is 13.1%. Also said it's limited to the fields. Also not sure if I should reset my moisture file, but I mean, it did work with the water coming out. I did not mean to do that, but I think we went over the spot we... Okay. There is 1135, and I need to get to 928. So it is 13.2. It shouldn't have gone up. I'm not seeing a 13.1, and if it moves at all because of the day, it should be going down. So let's see what is right in front. It's definitely not enough, but again, I probably should reset my moisture file. Okay, so this is too hard to see. Okay, it must be 1100. Yeah, let's do that so we can actually see the number. 1100, 932. 17.1%. We did see that it went down as I moved away, but that would be that wouldn't change that. Okay. There's 11,932, 17.4. So it is going up. I don't think it's going up enough to really warrant it. But I was planning on resetting the moisture file anyway. I just kind of didn't want to do it until I was done with the cornfield. But resetting it will just be taking it out, so I just won't delete it. I'll move it and can move it back if it becomes a problem. You know what? We won't even save this. But we will be back. Okay, we're back. We've reset. I did take out both of them. I don't know if that was a good idea, though, because we do have grass on the ground. But we don't actually have it tutted yet, so I don't know if it will really make a difference. It might possibly make a difference with the fact it might not know what percent the grass was when we cut it. But that won't be a problem as long as the grass is still on the ground, which we should check. There's definitely grass on the ground. Now I want to... I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, that's I think lower. I think the moisture retention is higher, but the percent is lower. Let's see if it's actually pretty much great over here. Yeah. And now that we know this is here, let's grab that first. Actually, we'll grab just this and go fill it with water. I didn't really pay attention to how much water it was using. Or the rate it was using it at, anyway. Did say it lowered some environmental sounds, so I haven't gotten rid of that bird yet. We'll see if it becomes as annoying as it was before. Pretty easy to just remove it, so it's no big deal either way. It would be nice if it isn't a problem. Now we still need to get a spot that will definitely be okay right here. Is probably fine, which looks like 1131 by 920. Yeah, 1131 920, 14.3%. I mean, it's only 2,400 a minute when it was like 17,000 a minute before, but yeah, I would still want the front tank. Okay, now it was 11. Oh, let's get, there we go. Now 1131. by 920. 14.8. So it goes up 0.5%, which is actually probably perfect for where that cornfield is. We just go along the north side, get 0.5% better, but we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna put this away. We'll do that later. We do want to get those headed. I was just excited to see that it works, kind of. And I do know that it's said if you paid for like anyway, the way it's supposed to work, I don't know if it does, that if you pay for irrigation, which was lowered again, then then spraying water should make it even better, like 4 times better or something like that. So if you can pay for, an hour of irrigation while spraying, then it's probably worth it. Finally worth to that. But we will have to see about that at some point. But right now, let's go grab the tedder and get our grass turning into hay. Okay, I want to see now this side, if it was yeah, it's not going to need much, but it's basing it on what moisture it has now, I think, which is very similar to what it had. It just was a little drier when I cut it than it thinks it was, which, or maybe not. Did that just change right to it? Now it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, so maybe it did know. Yeah. So let's see if this was, well, I guess this was low. It doesn't really matter. There's definitely time for it to take as long as it wants to dry out. I almost guarantee I'm still going to turn off that bird. I don't know if it's the same level of annoying, but I mean, it's more the tone for me. That's not a problem with the mod or the bird. It's a problem with me. We go on from here to the headlands. Just have to, yeah, I'm getting rid of that bird. just have to remember that I have to go back on that first line. I was really trying to give him a chance, but yeah, we're going to get rid of that bird after I'm done with this field. Again, it's not a problem with the mod or the bird. It's a me problem. So if you happen to be someone who really loves it, I'm sorry. Okay, let's do this line, I guess, in case there is a little bit. And then that will be easy to get. I think to like right here was about where I started, but whatever, we'll make sure we overlap. I mean, it didn't say yes right in front of the tractor. I did see a yes, I think. I thought I saw a yes. Oh, it must have been a very small area. And oh, it's on. There's some grass right outside the field, probably. Yeah. That is fine. Okay, I think we will. Well, we'll leave this here. I think we will get the sprayer and. Oh, I must have went over an hour on the sprayer. Or over 2 hours on the sprayer. I'm pretty sure I already paid for another hour at some point. I don't know if we want to go the other way. Sprayer and or front tank is pretty sure that that would be the only thing that would have made our money go down like that. But I think we will do the north side of our cornfield. Even with and we'll see how much irrigation costs, because if we can have irrigation going, I don't know if we're supposed to have that started well before, or if it's okay if we only pay for it while we're spraying. But I will be right back. We're going to get rid of the bird. No, we want to make sure we're on the back here. So I think if we do this, even that might be too wide. Let's see. Well, we can always turn off suctions. So let's get lined up and then see how many suctions we want to turn off. We will want some of the right boom. maybe 2. And let's, okay, it's at 14%. Let me write down where we are. 1623, 935. 1623, 935, 14%. And we will want irrigation on. We're just now going into the front tank. Obviously, we do have some 2 sections turned off, so that helps, but that wouldn't make a huge difference. Now, we can turn off irrigation. We spent $15. I don't know if that really did that much. Even though, I mean, we still have to get back down to the other side, which we could have driven down because we're going to have to, but too late now. Let's get lined up at 90, and we want 1623, right? Mm-hmm. 35. $15.2. So yeah, I did. I mean, before we were getting like 0.5%, and we got 1.2. So you know, we likely did. It definitely did something. Spending 15 euros while spraying, and it wouldn't have done enough to the wetter side of the field to. Which was the point of I didn't want to spray for too long. That, yep, if I could continue heading south so I can get to this, stays at the 25%. That was definitely the reason I was going to change the size of the moisture squares. Make it less likely I would need to worry so much about irrigating the whole field when only part of it would need it. But let's get back down and we can tend our other grass field. I didn't look at what this field is like now. I mean, it looks very similar. Okay, we still have to go around the other triangle section, but we're gonna go the long way around and do all the headlands up until then. we will have to come up. We didn't get the headland on the bottom of this section, but that'll be fine. Okay, we're going to come at this from this side as well. And then we'll turn around and do this headland the right way. Now let's get the inside done. Well, it says 4 lines. We'll probably will do that other one, but it's not going to be a real line as much as just making sure there's one spot that might not be gotten in the headland. Okay, so there's might possibly be just a little bit right here that wouldn't have been gotten in the headland. So there we go. Now we just have to finish the headland. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here and come to the edge this way and this way. And then we can go this way and go up. I think we have to go all the way to the corner that goes that way. Uh, Okay, this looks like it's going all the way to there. I wasn't sure if it was going to have to split, but this should be the end. Okay, I think I might have, yeah, I think I threw a little bit off to the edge, but it would be, that, and it does not say yes in front, so I think we're good. Now, I did notice, or remember, that I have a low loader at the store. So we'll get fuel, and then go to the store. We'll put the tedder on the low loader and bring them both home. Okay, and here is our low loader with the tedder on it. like I said, it's nothing big. We don't really need much big. I think it would, like, it's definitely going to be enough to get a field full of bales. They actually probably both fields full of bales on it. Should still be able to fit 2 wide and 3 or 4 on the bottom, and then 5 or 6 on the top, or 4 or 5 on the top, something like that. And then 2 rows of that. So that, but it also should be big enough that we could fit the mower and tedder and only bring one tractor and get those both done next year, which we could have done this year, but I didn't think of it. Okay, can we clean the tedder while it's on there? Yeah. I could do a very multi step turn. Point turn is the word I was looking for, but all I could think of was step. But we got our header back where it goes, and now we can put that trailer. It's not a dolly, so it'll be super easy to just put it where it goes every time instead of just waiting until I don't need it for a while. And next time we have to deal with getting any kind of pallets or bags or anything, it's definitely small enough to do what we needed to do there. Some things it might be too small for, but those things aren't super important to do it with the trailer. There we go. Now we have our last piece of equipment home, or yeah, the last thing we bought home. And we are good for the day. With our new irrigation that we will actually pay that 15.5 euro at midnight. We won't be giving ourselves the money back for that, because that is an appropriate amount, and it did something on top of the water instead of it being the words. I had the word in my head when I started the sentence. Exchange, switch. It's there, but it's not. But anyway, instead of that being the exchange for the water.